Secrecy is something like forbidden fruit. You can't have it. It's classified. That makes you want it more. If somebody discloses that we listen to a cell phone that Osama bin Laden is using to talk to his Zawahiri, who's in Peshawar, Pakistan, this fact would do damage to the national security, so it has to be kept classified.
The conclusion of the congressional inquiry in 9/11 said, we were fighting the war on terror as a country without our most powerful weapon, which was an alert and informed American public. The secrecy prevents the alert. The secrecy prevents informed action. The secrecy prevents democratic deliberation. The secrecy prevents effective counterterrorism. To fight terrorism, we need to know. Like the passengers on Flight 93, we need to know.
Should Americans be involved in operations to kidnap foreign people, and should they make them disappear? And is that consistent with who we are as a nation? I would argue that that is exactly the kind of thing that we would want our intelligence services to be doing, because what we want is to wage that clandestine war. Take it under the radar, so our enemy does not see us coming. And so we have more latitude of action. And we can use methods that are not necessarily consistent with the values of Americans.
Post 9/11, a veil of secrecy has descended upon much of the government. We're seeing information that had been on thousands of government and military websites taken behind a firewall. Unimaginable quantities of government information that had been available no longer are. And because we don't see them, we don't miss them. The world of government secrecy is almost unimaginably large. It includes billions of pages of historical documents, millions of new secrets generated each year, tens of thousands of new secrets every day of the year. The financial cost of secrecy grew by $1 billion to an unprecedented $7.5 billion in a single year. That's the size of a budget of a cabinet-level government agency. It's as if we had a Department of Government Secrecy that no one has ever heard of.
Secrets are seductive in two directions. There's a seduction of secrecy for the securocrats, because that is the key tool they use to gain and keep and regulate power. And it's extremely seductive even when they know better, because it's easy, it's reflexive, and it's within their power. So there's a mirror image of that on the other side. To get the release of a secret means a reduction in official power. All by itself, that's an interesting and, to my mind, core American value. The entire constitutional framework, as I understand it, is set up to restrain power. So the release of secrecy somehow is just an all-American kind of thing. And there's the titillation aspect of it. because here's an arena the government has worked very hard to shroud. And it's not like we're, Anthony Perkins pulling back the shower curtain on Janet Leigh, because we're not. We're more like the little mouse crawling up to pull the shower curtain against the size of what the national security bureaucracy is. But there's a thrill to it. There's a voyeurism to secrecy, which has sexual connotations because you're looking into the unknown, you're looking in the taboo. What was it that your parents really did at night that created other kids? What is it that the national security state does at night to wage wars?